Hey Faisal, how you doing, buddy? Oh, where'd you go?
Hey guys, how are you?
Fantastic. You're actually showing as a listener on my screen.
Yeah, again, I'm really happy to be here and talk to everyone about our project and what we are trying to achieve and what we achieved yet so far. So amazing things are coming, and I'm happy to be here again.
We're honored to have you back. I'm just gonna send this out one more time here. If everyone could just retweet the space, let's see if we can get more people in. It is recorded, so if they can't make it at this time, they can always come back and listen to it. So with that, my name is Scott. I'm one of the founders of Heroes Token. Today we have the Revolution Token and one of their devs, Faisal, joining us to share about their project. I love this project. We had them on before they launched, and everything that they're working on is just fire. So I'm going to turn it over, let Faisal introduce himself, and we'll go from there. Faisal.
Oh, okay. Thank you. As I said, my name is Faisal. I am the co-founder of TRT, the Revolution Token. Zach is the other founder, but he apologized because he is working on some of the new utility that we're gonna put out there, so he's not gonna be able to join. I am a computer engineer. Um, I will be working on the utilities for the Revolution token, the utilities that are gonna come out soon. Like by this month, we will have the new utility, which is the Learn to Earn, and the other utility, which is the star utility of our project, which is the workspace.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know we went into a little bit of the workspace the last time. You guys shared quite a bit, but I think having you back here after you've launched your token, you might be able to go into a little bit more detail on it. Uh, yeah, so why don't we? Well, let's start with this. Let's start with the token. What date did it launch?
We launched last month uh, on the 9th of July. Yes, and
Awesome.
yeah, we are like less than 2 months old, and we already dropped two utilities out there. So we are moving at a fast pace.
Yeah, and it's crazy because in crypto, everything, at least the demand for the average investor is a faster pace. So, I mean, you guys are keeping up to speed with, the demand, I would say. But
Yeah, yeah, that's what we are trying to achieve. Like in the end of the day, the market is not good. Like the market is horrible actually, but this is the best time to build your project. Like build your project and prepare yourself for the bull run. Once the bull run is there, you are ready. Your utility is ready. Your ecosystem is ready. So by the time the bull run there, you are ready to fly.
absolutely. No, I love that. So, is there any unique tokenomics or anything like that that we need to share with the listeners?
Yeah, so basically, at launch, we started with the 10% tokenomics, and after that, we decided to reduce the tokenomics to 7%, and now we are actually at 4%. After the month anniversary, we decided that we're gonna put the taxes at 4% for good. It's gonna be 1% for operations, 2% devs, and 1% buyback and burn. Not buyback and burn. Basically, the buyback wallet is gonna be used for burn, and it's gonna be used for the new utility that's gonna come out in this month, which is the Learn to Earn. So yeah, right now we are at 4% taxes.
So that is at least with a lot of tokens, that is a very low tax. And one thing that I noticed is there's no marketing or, well, there's a team wallet, but there's no marketing or development wallet. So how are those things getting funded? And then I would imagine that, once you have them up and running, they'll be self-sustaining.
Yes, so basically we have an operations wallet. Operations wallet is actually includes any development of the project of the utilities plus the marketing. There is the team wallet. The team wallet is actually how we are getting paid because at the end of the day, we are working, we are building this ourselves. So in-house, we are not doing outsourcing or anything. So these kind of things, this is like our compensation as developers of what we are trying to do. But the operation wallet is actually the wallet that will work on the marketing and the uh, building of what we are trying to build and listings and all this kind of stuff.
No, that's fantastic. No, I love that. And, I did see that you have, allocated the initial funds. You sent 50% to the liquidity pool on Uniswap, 20% to a staking pool, I would imagine, and then the reserve of 30%. How are those funds getting utilized?
So the reserve wallet are actually these tokens that we put in the reserve wallet are actually for future listings. So as we know, like listings will require some tokens. Not all the projects actually, not all the centralized exchange actually buy the tokens from Uniswap. So they will require some amount of tokens to put them on their exchange. So this is gonna be just for the exchanges. The 30% is gonna be just pure for the future listings and exchanges. And for the 20% staking is just to keep the staking pools moving forward and growing because we already know like once our project is working the way it should be and everything is going the right way, we will have more investors and more people will stake. So we wanted to have a reserve wallet just for staking pools.
Awesome. So I have a question I just, want to throw out there, and it's not regarding your project necessarily, but do you believe that these smaller exchanges benefit a project? Or do
Uh,
you?
Financial wise or money wise, no. But I believe that smaller exchange will bring a, let's say, a peace of mind for some new investors or uh, some investors in general because it will give the project more legitimacy and they will see like okay these devs are trying hard to work and put this out there for everyone possible. But financial wise, no, I don't think it will bring any benefit. It's just like to prove to people that actually this project is legit and they are doing everything by the book.
Yeah, so I'll just my thought on this, and I have talked to a few different exchanges. Unless it's a top 10 exchange, I personally feel like it's kind of a waste of funds because it really doesn't do anything except for maybe potentially expose you to a market you weren't originally in. But if you look at projects that have listed on the smaller exchanges, they have a pump leading up to it, and then a lot of times they fall back to that same level or below after the exchange listing. And looking out for at least our community, I feel like it's more of a hurtful thing than a benefit. So my thought is build the project up to a point where we have the ability to list on a better top 10 exchange. I mean, that's my thought, because I feel like a top 10 exchange, you're going to actually gain those eyes and investors that you really want. With the smaller ones, I feel like it's kind of like just a hype pump and dump, way to, make some money really fast if you get out before the launch of the exchange. Where with the bigger exchanges, it just brings true legitimacy to your project. And again, my opinion, It's nothing more than that. So I'm not bashing anything. I'm just saying that I've done a lot of research and looked into it, and explored the cost to list on a smaller exchange, and it just I can't see it, overall benefiting our community, where it would actually ultimately, in most cases, either leave it where it's at now or hurt it. So, but yeah, anyway, moving on. I just
No, no,
sparked the conversation.
I completely agree with you. Like this is basically not gonna bring anything to the table. It's just like, as I said, uh, new investors or people that are are seeing your project and looking at it from behind closed doors, and not like waiting to see your moves regarding your project. Like any kind of move that you make that is a proof that this project is legit, they're gonna see it. Whether like is it a small exchange or it is something else. In our case, like we are working, we have been in like we got messages from tons of exchanges, and we just like said no, we are not interested. But at the same time, like there are some exchanges, even they are small, but let's say they are uh, in a different market. So let's say we are in the States and the Al Bank knocks our door. We Al Bank work in the United States, but why would we need Al Bank? Like basically, if we do our things the right way, our project is on Uniswap. People can find us easily in the US market. But if you are talking about a another market which is different from where we are, like Europe, Asia, all these kind of countries that are not exposed uh, to this Uniswap thing or to this Twitter thing, because in the end of the day, what we are trying to achieve with TRT is not only communicating with the investors on Twitter or in Telegram. We want to be exposed to investors that are out there, that they are not into social media. So this is what we are trying to achieve here. And as I said, like there will be no volume from small exchanges. It's just like another proof about like this project is legit and they are trying to build something. So this is how I see small exchanges. That's it.
Yeah, and I agree with that, and I think the average investor in this space, they think that it benefits the project, but it really, it's a bleed on the project because of the funds that have to be utilized to do it, and then the benefit afterwards. Like I said, unless it's a top 10, I don't see how it benefits anybody except for that initial pump up to that launch. But enough of that.
Actually, Actually, even top 10 will not get you anything. Like we are talking about top five if you actually want this project to be something out there. We top 10, like we are talking about top 10, which is like exchanges like, for example, Bitmart or Gate.io or something like that, or I don't know. These are not going to bring you anything. If you are on a top five exchanges, this is where the eyes and the real investors and the institutional money will come into your project. But other than that, it's just like you are listing on a centralized exchange. That's it.
Yep, 100%. I agree with that entirely. Top 10 just sounds easier coming off the tongue than top five, but you're right. It has to be, one of the major exchanges for it to be beneficial. So anyway, moving on, the overall token amount that you guys initially did was 100 billion, right? The Yep. So the total supply is 100 billion. Awesome. Okay. So what we all want to hear about is we want to hear about this real utility that you guys are bringing, that I know you're kind of heading the way as far as within the project, and, writing the code and developing it. I love what you're doing, but share that with our community.
So what we've been talking about since day one in our project We are all about education, and to bring new investors, you have to educate them. We are bringing this workspace, which is a platform where you can advertise your service, whether it is a skill or a hobby, and um, get a client and get compensated in crypto. But these people, these new people, new eyes that's coming to into crypto, you have to educate them to know more, because most of them, they will be like, okay, so I'm gonna get paid in crypto. What's next? What can I do? That's why we decided to come out with a utility, which is the learn to earn utility. Basically, we're gonna be creating videos of everything from the basics to the as much professional as we can, like about blockchain, about cryptocurrency, about how to do your own research, what to look into in every project. And with these videos, there will be after these videos there will be a small test where people can uh, do these tests and see their score. The difference here is so if you are just a person who is interested in education, you can come into our website, do the learn to earn, uh, watch the videos, do the test, and that's it. Like you can do like whatever you want. But if you are a investor in TRT and a holder of TRT, and you do these tests, you will win rewards if you get the percentage that we are asking in the tests that are gonna be out there. So basically, you will learn and you will earn rewards if you are a TRT holder.
Love that. And so this is again not anything more than just a question. So I know a lot of people in this space, bigger names, have been touting the Blockchain Council. I have taken several courses on that as well in past and one of their degree programs. So this is going to be sort of like that, where you're going to educate through a video and then provide an exam in which they have to pass. And then are they going to get some kind of a certificate on top of the
No,
rewards?
no, there will be no certificate. We are not like we are trying to teach them the basics of crypto and blockchain, and we are not providing any kind of certificate. We are just providing them rewards in the Revolution token. That's it. We are not going to the level where we're gonna do this and you're gonna get a certificate out of it. We will leave these to the institutes and the professional people to do that. It's basically we are trying to educate people a little bit more to know what they are doing when they are in DeFi. So this is what we are. And I forgot to mention that these rewards are gonna be the TRT tokens. But what we are gonna do is not like we're gonna airdrop them the tokens and that's it. We are gonna buy these tokens and send them to the people who earn the rewards from the platform. So basically, we are buying the token. We are not just airdropping them from a wallet.
Awesome. No, that's great. Great. So let's talk a little bit about the marketplace
The workspace.
or the workspace. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, so the workspace is a platform where if you are, whether you are a truck driver or a barber or a baker, web developer, influencer, uh, insurance person, like any kind of profession that you have or hobby, you come in, you create an account. It's going to be a free account. You can create free account, and there will be a KYC process where we will ask for some things just to protect you, to protect the freelancers and protect the clients as well. uh, and from there you advertise your service, and you will get approached by clients. So basically, this is a platform to advertise a service, not a retail place. So it's not going to be a place where you can sell goods or you can sell. You are a baker, you can't sell cake, but you can advertise that I do custom cakes, I do wedding cakes, and some people will approach you, and you will make a deal with them, and compensation is going to be in crypto. Basically, it's going to be either in TRT or in Ethereum at the beginning, and from there, there will be a small service fee, and we are talking about like a tiny service fee percentage that's going to come out from that payment and go to the workspace wallet for futures update and maintenance, and basically to sustain itself.
Well, it's a handling fee, and really any site that is offering a service like this is collecting a portion of the proceeds to maintain it. Otherwise, you can't sustain it, right? So that all makes sense.
Yes.
Um, so one thing though that I'm not sure if I understood that correctly, you said you cannot advertise, you can just list what you do. Is that what you were saying?
No, you advertise your service.
Okay.
You don't advertise your goods. Let's say you create arts, or you are a painter. You can't advertise that the paints that you have and put a price. I'm selling this paint, for example, for $50. No, you advertise that I am a painter. I can paint something for you, and people will approach you and will tell you, okay, I want to do this kind of paint, or send you a picture and ask you to paint it for them. And there you get paid for your service, not for your goods.
Dude, I love that. No, that's fantastic. And, one of the reasons that I was so excited to have you guys back on is one of our utilities that we have coming up here in the near future could benefit everybody that is utilizing that platform. I'm not sure if you're familiar with our apparition project that we have in creation right now. It's actually in the final stages, but essentially it is a digital business card, very similar to Linktree, but also gives you the capability to write and rewrite NFC tags. So you have a physical item that you can scan with any mobile device, or you have a QR code that you can, snap on your phone, or you have a URL that has all the information that you entered in it as a digital business card that you can send anywhere in the world via, email, text, however you choose to send it. I mean, it would go so hand in hand. And the best part about it is the app is going to be free, just like your workplace is going to be. So it'd be very easy for consumers to add that to be able to share their information with people that are interested in their services.
Yeah, well, actually, that's interesting. Like, yeah, like these kind of things. Uh, Basically, you are talking about you guys. Like, if you come to the workspace and you create a account for this kind of business, okay, we are doing this, and you are advertising the service that you provide, and yeah, this is the perfect place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. But the only thing though with that is we're not charging for it. We're charging for the physical products, but the app is going to be free, on the App Store. So it's just, a way to get that exposure out there, to get it mass adopted, and then hopefully our goal is that people are going to acquire the products to use with it, to have a physical item to take with them anywhere. But yeah, no, man, I love that workplace. I love the idea of it. I love the way that you're taking real world uses, whether it's, a service from any kind of business, and introducing that to crypto. Now, one concern that I have, and it's not so much a concern because I'm in this space, but it may be for that small business owner that you're presenting this to, or someone is presenting this to, that doesn't understand crypto, right? So is there going to be a fiat option for them?
No, actually, we're not gonna put fiat option, because if we do that, like, then what's the difference between us and Fiverr or Upwork? What we are trying to achieve here, we are trying to achieve something different. Different. We are trying to attract these people to get into crypto. So we are giving them the option to know more about crypto. So these like businesses, I know it's gonna be hard to convince them, but with what we are trying to do and what we are trying to uh, achieve in this space and educate people, I think we will be able to do it. But fiat payment, there will be no fiat payment because basically uh, that will not make us any kind of different from any other from the projects, not projects, from the multi-million dollar companies that are out there. So what we are doing here, we are basically bringing something new uh, to the space. And to go on a fiat payment and compete with multi-million dollar companies or multi-billion dollar companies, it's not a, let's say, a smart move from us if we do it. But being the first project out there to create a platform where the payment is going to be uh, in crypto, decentralized, this is what we are trying to achieve.
No, I love it. And I'm not, I'm just asking these questions because I think they're viable questions. But I do love that you're introducing it. And are we looking at the focus point here for getting people on board being in the crypto space initially, or how are we going to get people to list on your platform?
So once the platform is ready, there will be a heavy marketing campaign. We are talking about like social media marketing, advertisements on TV, on radios, billboards, talking to people who have uh, like business influence, not crypto influence, business influence around the world. And this is where our marketing campaign will start once the workspace is out there. So there will be a heavy marketing campaign to put more eyes into this platform.
Again, awesome. Great. So, is there anything else that we're missing here about TRT and the what's coming in the future, maybe? Or
So basically, what we are saying here, we are building an ecosystem. So this ecosystem will consist of the four utilities that we are building. We already gave two, which is the staking platform and the launchpad. The launchpad is out there. So what we are trying to achieve is once the learn to earn is ready and the workspace is ready, with people, new investors coming in, advertising their services and getting compensated in crypto, they will have a platform where they can actually educate themselves and learn more about crypto and blockchain and how everything works. And from there, this money, they can actually transfer them back to their Coinbase, turn them to fiat, put them in their bank account, or they can go to our launchpad where there will be legit projects and only legit projects out there. They can check them out. They can check their websites. They can have they can read the roadmaps, and from there, the project that they are interested in, they can take these ETH or TRT or whatever and uh, purchase these tokens from this project, or they can actually take these TRT and stake them for passive income. So this is a whole ecosystem that is gonna work all in harmony, and this is what we are trying to achieve.
I love it, and I love that word ecosystem. When you look at a project and what they're building and how they're utilizing all the different aspects of it, an ecosystem is needed. Some way to have the flow of the funds move around the project, create revenue for the project, because without the revenue it doesn't grow, as well as benefit the holders like you guys are doing with your staking. It's a fantastic mix.
Thank you. Yeah, so that's what we are trying to do something different. And I keep telling people all the time, like we are bringing a real life proven utility, which is the workspace. It's already proven in the real world, and we are just bringing this idea with our own perks to it and adding these things that we see, because there is always room for improvement. So we are trying to build something different, similar to the what's in the real life utilities that are out there and proven already, and we are just bringing it to the blockchain. So this is something that hopefully nothing will go wrong. Like, it's already proven, and we are just like
So
changing the payment from fiat to crypto. And
right.
this is how actually mass adoption will start. Will start from here. Like, once you start attracting small business people, like freelancers, all these people that wants to make extra income, and you will give them the option of crypto. And once they know a little bit more about crypto, and they learn more, and they start seeing legit projects out there, these people are gonna stay in crypto. They're not gonna leave.
Totally agree with that. And, you know, I think you know, what you're saying is the business model that you guys have is already a proven successful model, but the difference is it's it's being pioneered by TRT in the crypto space. So essentially, you guys are the first ones to bring this to crypto, and it's in the real world, as far as fiat goes, a successful model. But you're going to actually take that and expand on it and make it better by making it, easy, fast, quick transactions that we all know crypto is capable of, which is amazing. Faisal, I forgot to mention, but as a guest of the space, you can post up at the top of the page anything that you want to post as far as on TRT. So anybody that's viewing in this space can click on it and get more information while they're here. So
Yeah, actually, I am. Since I'm not always on spaces, so I'm not familiar with doing something like that. I will try to see what I can post, because I honestly don't have any clue about that.
So all you do is you go to one of the TRT posts, something that has information you want to share, and when you click on the little like three dots with the lines connecting them to share it, it at the very top will have this space. All you do is click on the space; it'll put it up at the very top of the space. I'll tell you what.
Okay, let me check now. I'm checking.
I was going to say, if you want, I can do it for you, and you can entertain by chatting with the community. If anyone has questions, we're going to open up the floor to bring people up and ask Faisal or myself, anything about either TRT or Heroes Token. So just request to speak, and in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and help Faisal out get a post up top here.
Thank you, man.
Hey, no problem, buddy. I got you covered.
So yeah, if anyone have any question, like please come in and ask any kind of question. We've been honest, and we are planning on staying honest till the end. This is not a few months project. This is a long-term project with a utility that is gonna go all the way to till the end. And as I keep saying from the beginning, we are not doing a sprint here. TRT is not a sprint project. TRT is a marathon runner, so we will run the long run to reach our goals. And if you check our roadmap, you will see in the end of our roadmap, the plan is to reach top five exchanges, to to put all our taxes to zero, and to renounce the project and let it be run by the community, by the people who believe in it.
All right. Just trying to find one that has some good stuff in here for you, Faisal. Here. I will just post one from you guys, and let's see, here you go. I guess you guys have a mega space coming out.
That's correct. At 3 p.m. Pacific, which is gonna be 6 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna have a mega space with Cryptobolics. That's correct.
Awesome. Well, I posted that at the top. That's fantastic. So everyone can take a look at that. Please click. Did it come? It didn't show up yet. Hold on. Let me do it again. It'll probably pop up too now. But everyone should follow TRT. What they're doing is pretty amazing in the space. I love everything that they're doing. So anyone have any questions? Do you want to come up and ask? I know for a majority of our community, everyone's at the day jobs and probably listening with earbuds. But yeah, if anyone has any questions, by all means, come up and ask. I like the idea that TRT is bringing to the table. I love the fact that they're taking proven business model and bringing it to crypto. And I think, the future for them is very bright with everything that they're accomplishing and in the speed that they're accomplishing it. So yeah, no questions, man. Faisal, you must have done a fantastic job because, hold on. Here's a question.
Okay.
Let's get him up here.
Hey Ace, hey Faisal. I just wanted.
Hey, how you?
I'm good. I just wanted to extend my gratitude to you guys, to you, Addicto, and Zach. I appreciate everything you're doing in the space. And let me tell you, I have never enjoyed a talk between the two of you guys in a space before that I wanted to tune in, like chime in a bunch of times, like with the central exchanges and stuff. Yeah, I agree. Some of the smaller ones are bad, but then Faisal came in and said it really matters about location, and if you're actually looking at numbers and stuff with who is in tune to crypto, which then leads me to their Learn to Earn platform, which is great because a lot of people promise that, and I honestly still haven't seen it yet. I've been waiting for a Learn to Earn, something I can show my family, show my friends, everyone who's skeptical, and just get them in the door at least. Because we all hear it all the time. It's gambling, it's this and that. Is it like stocks? Well, yeah, but no, yeah, all this stuff. So TRT is implementing day in, day all the utilities they have ever always promised to deliver. And I love that. The workspace is a phenomenal idea. And while I've heard bits and pieces from all over the space of something kind of related to it, implementation won't be for a while with some of those people. They already got it. They already know it works. Faisal, you're an amazing man. You're a smart man. You, Addicto, and Zach, all great people. I think you're the perfect trifecta. I will say, even though you are trying to get people into crypto, which I think is great because no one else is doing it, so I think you're on the cutting edge with that. I think down the future, maybe though, turning it into fiat, which I know is hard because you have to talk to Visa and MasterCard and all those people to get that done. But I know they're already working with crypto on a higher level. So I just know there's a lot of red tape to go through. But I think that does offer more solution for people to come in when they know they can just spend their own money first. And then they can see all your utilities and see, well, let me get into the workspace. Oh, okay. So then it only works with crypto. So let me buy some crypto and let me learn this. Oh, they have something to teach me that. So maybe later down the line, I think fiat would be dope. But the way you guys are going about it, again, awesome. Ace, Faisal, your conversation, completely awesome. I was intrigued the whole time. So thank you, TRT, and I wish you guys the best.
Thank you, JK. You've been supporter since day one, and we really really appreciate you. So what you said is yes, it's correct. But what we are trying to achieve here is something different to have the upper hand, at least right now, in this market, like having a platform that only pay in crypto. And I'm saying that this is just the beginning. In the future updates, once the workspace is out there and 100% secure and safe and working perfectly, I have the plan myself to implement the card to crypto payment inside of the workspace. So this is one of my plans to do it in the future updates of the platform.
That's awesome, my man. I knew you had it. I was just putting it out there. I knew you had it.
No, that is fantastic, and I so appreciate you in the space, Jakian. Love the conversations that we have. You are definitely in the know with a lot of projects. But yeah, he makes a good, valid point there that, with, of course, exchanges and like you said, Faisal, that, it's a matter of location. I think that is key. Brings a little bit more awareness. But also, with the fiat into crypto, having that on your platform, I think will bring more mass adoption than not having it. And that, again, personal opinion. But, if I'm going to, the 55-year-old business owner and trying to explain how this can benefit them, I know with just friends of mine trying to explain this, and, and I'm in my 40s, and it's almost like pulling teeth. It's like, I can't believe you're not getting it. It's so simple. This is how you do it. And, 3 hours later, we're still going.
No, I completely agree. But as I said, like we have to start from somewhere. We start from a place and we improve on our like daily basis and monthly basis and yearly basis. But we have to start from somewhere. There will be a point that we need to do it, and from there we will start improving ourselves and upgrading our platform. Our main point and our central point is gonna be the crypto payment. After that, fiat payment will come in maybe after we are like well known in the market. Like people knows the workspace. Once people say workspace, they say TRT. This is when we start. Okay, we can actually implement this. But as I said at the beginning, we want the upper hand in something, and this is where we are trying to have the upper hand in the crypto space. And from there, it will be anything coming after that. It will be a nice addition to the platform.
I actually do have a question, if you don't mind, Ace. Um, in regards to your Learn to Earn platform, will you have, aside from learning crypto in its entirety, will you have something that teaches people how to avoid scams or hacking or stuff like that? Because I think that is integral to the space as well.
So yes, basically this learn to earn is gonna be just about crypto. But what we are doing again, and I forgot to mention that, is we are working with one of our uh, team, which is his name is Wayne. He is a technical genius, let's say, and he will be working with us and especially with Zach to create kind of like small videos to be on the TRT YouTube channel, which basically will educate people about how they set up their Telegram, how they set up Calci, and they set up like rows, do HTML lessons, like how will they react to troubleshooting or something like that. There will be a videos coming to the TRT YouTube channel just for general education about technicalities and this stuff, but the learn to earn basically is going to be at the beginning just for crypto.
That's perfect because me myself, I am pretty technically knowledgeable. I have been since I was 5 years old, but since I got into crypto about a year ago, blockchain and everything it's capable of, and where we're going, like we'll see Web 5 by probably in the next 2 years, which people are planning for. I know there's old people and dumb people. There are dumb people in this world, but everyone has money for whatever
I don't
reason.
believe you. No dumb people in this world. Come on.
I feel bad because, and that's why I'm so for education. Because when I got into it, and I've all my life I've been hands on. Like I'm about experience. I mean, people can tell me shit and teach me shit all day. Maybe it's the way my brain is, but I need to be hands on myself, and usually alone half the time to figure it out. And when I did last year, I got a couple wallets hacked. I lost all my first investments. Um, and it's funny because I know technologically how you can ruin someone. So, but I just let all that go because there's nothing I've been into to take notice of that stuff. And so, like a simple letter missing from a website URL or something, and there's invisible characters, and you can do all this shit in the code contract and all that. I've learned it now, obviously, but that's what I want. That's what I think we have to teach people because there are people out there that have no idea about technical stuff whatsoever. But I know you got it, Faisal, and I love it, and I can't wait to see you guys grow and grow, man.
Yeah, and that's a fantastic point. You know, a lot of the education stuff, even on the blockchain council, it really doesn't get into, you know, the possibilities of how you can encode the contract in a way that could be volatile to the person investing, meaning that the person that wrote it has the ability to pull the funds in a unique way or, you know, skim funds out of the project. And having that in your education format would be like fire. I mean, that would be awesome. Uh, I
Exactly.
would I would love that. I would love to see somebody do that. Really, you know, I know with Heroes, we had initially set out that we wanted to do an education uh, avenue, and I was hoping to have, you know, some community members step up and help contribute to the process. And it turned out that it's just me writing writing these things and posting them on Medium. And we found that they just nobody was going and reading them. We had, you know, like the one that we did on rug pulls. I think it has like maybe 50 views, and at the time, you know, our Telegram was hopping with, you know, over 600 members. So out of that 600, only 50 took the time to go and take a look at it, and who knows if they read through the whole thing. So, you know, with myself, I found it best to do spaces, you know, like this and hopping in with, you know, projects like the Revolution Token, Crypto DB, Old Guy David, and helping educate, you know, through spaces because I think it just it hits home a lot easier for many people in this space because they don't understand a lot of the things and they just follow suit, you know, if you will, and not calling everybody lemmings, but, you know, essentially you hear somebody say, you know, list on an exchange like we were talking about earlier, and then other people are saying and thinking that, you know, that may be a good thing, but it could ultimately hurt a project. You
That's the
know,
thing. Like, unfortunately, and this is unfortunately, people for some reason they get bored when when it's kind of regarding anything in education about the blockchain and crypto. Like they are not interested in doing anything. That's why we've been thinking like what's the best way to help people get educated in crypto, and the only way that we came out is like, okay, let's create a platform where they can get educated, and they will be excited about educated because they will education because in the end they will have the chance to win rewards. So uh, this is the best idea that we were able to come up with just to attract people into education, because most of the people out there, and I'm not talking in general because there are lots of people who are interested in learning on daily basis, but there are lots of people, okay, where it's is it a play to earn game? Okay, let me jump on it and play. And okay, this is a project with zero taxes, okay, I'm interested. No matter what is the project, like they don't even look at their website, or even if they do have website, it's just okay, it's 0% taxes. No, okay, let me buy some. But the thing is, the taxes are for a reason, and people needs to understand what's the reason behind the taxes, so they know like these projects are actually working for their community and what they are trying to achieve. These 0% projects, they might like, okay, they might take, you might put some money there, and in the very next day you will, okay, this project is not there anymore. So they already took the liquidity, and they left to some island or somewhere else. So people need education, and people needs to understand that education is the key for mass adoption.
I
Yeah,
completely agree. Let me
100%. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. I do completely agree. I think one of the biggest problems in this space is that we are in a space. We are in a box with each other. As far as people finding legit projects and connecting with other people, because I see the same stuff on my timeline day in and day out, aside from me going out and looking myself. I purposely have been employing looking at different avenues of people to add on Twitter, and so that they can see my posts and whatnot and get into it. And I've talked to people on Instagram who are into making metal work or tattoos and shit like that, and say, hey, what do you think about taking an avenue like this into the blockchain? I've done all that on my own, but it's because we're in a box. I want to see someone, I know everyone is working on it. That's what we're all trying to achieve, is breaking into the real world. And Faisal, I know you can say all the facts about crypto and specifically about a token and what they got going. And you're talking to a small crowd. Like what, I personally don't know the answer either. Um, how do we break out into the real world? I mean, we see crypto.com and stuff on the Super Bowl and some ads and stuff, but that's fine. I deal in people, and I see people every day, and I try and speak my piece, and people just don't know. I mean, everyone's got great utilities, but you're talking to the smallest group of people, especially people based in the UK or the US or Asia. It's such a small group, and I have faith that it's going to break out in the next 5 years. I'd say we'll start making that 4% a little bit larger. But even then, 20 years, I think shit will come into the fold. And I mean, if any project has the gusto enough to stay around for that long, well, if you want the Kanye or Kim Kardashian life, or me personally, the Johnny Depp life, don't read too much into that. Uh, you'll be there. But, how do we break into the real world? And yes, I understand it takes time. And even more so, let's not lie, it's money. Everything is money, and it takes a lot of money. But you know what? I'm here for it. I'm gonna be here for it. That's why I put my little pieces into every project every so often when I have some money. Because you know what? And I do. I do strongly hold. I take profits when it's obvious, but you know, you can hold for 10, 20 years and your project's still around and you're still in touch with those people and those devs. Oh boy. Party at my house. You know what I'm saying?
Send your address. No, you're 100% right, and that's why I was inquiring about fiat when you're talking about your workplace, because with the dev team with Heroes have gone back and forth on how do we break down that barrier to non-crypto people. And that's why we are implementing the Apparition project, because it's going to be an app that is available on the App Store to use for free. It will be branded with the Apparition branding. If you want and you love the product that much and you want to have that removed, you can pay to have that removed. Those funds will go back to the marketing, the development, and the charity wallets of the project, And we're hoping that we can finally start seeing some income for the hard work that our team has been doing with that as well. But on top of that, we'll have real world products that will be available via fiat currency that is going to be marketed to non-crypto businesses. And the idea behind it is that we want them to find a product that they find valuable, that they use on a daily basis, and then in turn want to know more about it. And by wanting to know more about it, they start exploring it and find out, oh, this is a product of Heroes Token LLC. What is that? What is that company all about? And that gets them into crypto, whether it leads them to our Discord or Telegram, Twitter, whatever it may be, Facebook, Instagram. It leads them to us. That gives us the opportunity to have that conversation with them, explain what we're about, what our goals are, how we're able to benefit charity, and how you as a holder are able to reap passive rewards without having to pay gas fees. That is our attempt at breaking down that barrier. But, I'm always loving to hear what other projects are doing, because I know we're not the only ones that are trying to break that barrier. And I know Faisal and the team at TRT, Crypto Addicto, and Zach, I mean, these guys, they know their stuff and they are amazing in this space. And I truly believe that it's a project that, well, hell, I hold TRT, I only buy into projects that, I believe in, and I'm planning on holding it for a while because I think they have a long future. And, that was my question behind the fiat and your workplace is, how are you breaking down that barrier? And I think Jakian made a great point that there are a lot of projects that are trying to do the same thing. And how are you going to do it? And the education format, genius.
Thank you. So yes, what I'm saying here is I met lots of people, and I'm not talking about 5 or 6 or 10 people. I met like dozens of people that are interested in crypto and interested in diving into crypto, but since everything is still wild west and everything is unclear and uncertain in crypto, they will say, why I can't actually risk my money, the money that I make, my monthly payment, my weekly payment, to pay into to ape into crypto, in if the word is right. But if you are giving them a platform where they can actually make some extra money on the side, and this money they can either, like, okay, I decided to take it out and put it in my bank account, or this money that they are actually gained from the side and it's not gonna affect their bank account, they will have the courage to dive into crypto and look into projects and start investing. But right now, because there is nothing out there yet to give them that option, these people that are interested in crypto are keeping themselves a little bit distance from the crypto space and from all this, because they don't want to risk their own money. And that's what we are trying to break here. Like, we are creating this with the education that we're gonna with the education platform that we're gonna have. We are trying to break this wheel and start a new process and a new road for people to jump into crypto and start exploring its water.
Yeah, I have just one more thought, and I'm speaking purely for myself. I'm old, and the world has gotten a lot faster now. And on Ace's thing on the Medium, no, 100% no one's going to read that. Me, I do, because I am a student of the world, and I like learning. I've liked learning forever. How are you guys, both of you guys, as projects, going to overcome social media and all that it is, and all the we talking gifs, emojis, and OnlyFans? Like, the world, the attention span, I know you all agree, the lower generation, I mean, they're all doing us a kind of a disservice. So but that's who we're looking to build the next part of the world. So how do you guys plan on overcoming that?
I can take that, or Faisal, if you want to go first.
No, go
Doesn't
ahead.
matter. I'm sorry, what was that? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you're not wrong. The younger generation, and we saw it in the bull run, right? They would come in, they ape into something just because they see green candles, and then they cry because they bought at the top and the chart went down, right? And we educated people through that whole, process to get to where we're at now on, when is a good time to buy in? What is the things that you want to look for in a project that makes it more reliable? And we have those conversations, whether it's in Twitter space or VC. But the bottom line is the next bull run is going to bring a whole new wave of new investors because they don't want to miss out and they're going to make the same mistakes. And, I think the question is, how do you get to those people before that happens? And I don't know. And that's why, I think with us being able to produce a product that is not marketed to the crypto community, it's marketed to everyone, that has real life, businesses or real life uses for the product. It will bring them to us before they're investing in crypto, that they can have those conversations with us and we can help educate them on, what to look for, what, different projects are doing through like spaces like this, why they should, take profits, why they should, wait for a pullback, and some consolidation, how to, recognize if there's a potential pullback. It's really, nobody knows all the answers to all these questions. And I'm like yourself, Jakian, I'm a student consistently learning because I believe that, this space is so new, so, like Faisal said, it's the Wild West. Well, we're the pioneers. We're the ones that are out on the front line building this. And it's up to us to make it a safer place. And how can we do that? And the only way we can do that is to reach these people before they get into the space. And then, when they do get in, help guide them. And we all have a degen bone in our body. I do. I mean, if I see a project and I look at the chart and I see that, it's in a consolidation phase, I may say, you know what, I'm just going to jump into this and not do the research that I preach that people should be doing, reading the white paper, checking out the website, the socials, seeing if the team is doxed, seeing if the liquidity is locked. I think we all have that part to us that, the fear of missing out just causes us to ape into something that we probably shouldn't do. But, I'm guilty of that. And I'm sure, many of us are. And sometimes it works out, but sometimes we get burnt. And ultimately, all that is gambling. Where, what Faisal's talking about doing with their education, I believe, is teaching and educating on investing. How do you get into a crypto project and see a long-term value in it? And what is that project doing that gives it long-term value, right? So, yeah, I mean, that is a valid point. And I think, getting to them before they get into this space is key. And our goal is to try and do it through a real world product that is branded with its own title, branding, its own app that is under the LLC of Heroes Token that will, if they dive deeper into it and want to know more about the company, they'll learn that we are a crypto project and hopefully reach out and we can educate them that way. But otherwise, I mean, we're stuck in this bubble on Twitter, right? It's the same people over and over again that just gets recycled between projects. And, we're trying to break out of that through that real world project or, product. So that's kind of our intention as of right now. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how else to do it other than to provide a platform like these here, that the Live and in persons, where we bring in fantastic projects and talk about them and bring up good points like we did today, with the different, uses of what the project does, and gets people's eyes open to, hey, maybe I should be looking at other projects in the same way, finding out more about them before I buy in, right? Not just say, listening to a friend say, oh my gosh, so-and-so is up 100x, and aping in without doing any research, jumping in and finding all these answers out before they do that. And I think no matter what, we'll still have those people that, get burnt and come crying, and we'll have to, educate them at that point. And it's always worse when we have to educate them at that point versus in advance, when they understand that, hey, whenever there's a pump, there's going to be some consolidation because people are going to take profits, right? And that's what crypto is. We are publicly traded projects that is comparable to, the stock market in a sense, but is not under the same regulation. But without the mass adoption of the project, you don't have a project. The chart just sinks and falls. You need people to believe in what you're doing, believe in the utility you're providing, and find value in it in order to continue to invest, feel comfortable sharing it with their friends and families, explaining what we're all about to them, and, encouraging them to look at our project and maybe bring them into it. And that's really, I think, what it all boils down to is building enough of a utility and use within this space that the users or community members that are invested in it find enough value that they want to share it with other people. And I think with, what we're doing and what TRT is doing is a fantastic start, but with everything, there's evolution, right? So, we know what's going on in the space to some extent right now. We know what the possibilities and capabilities are, but that's right now. What's going to happen in 3 months when all of a sudden there's, this new utility or new thing that people are doing, and it's the next big thing? Well, the market is essentially evolving. So that's why we all have to be students and we all have to continue to learn. But with that, some of us are more advanced students than others. And I feel it's up to all of us. If you have a friend that's getting into the space, it's up to you to, guide them and share with them the knowledge that you have so that they don't make the mistakes that you made. And hopefully, they have a better run at things than what I did, right? And it will gradually, I think, expand if that happens. But right now, it's not happening. We have a bear market. Everything's running sideways. I like to refer to it as a builder's market because during this whole time, that's what we've been doing is we've been building. I think Crypto Addicto coined that phrase, by the way, builder's market. But, I know that's what TRT is doing. When the market started to go sideways, they were building. They were building what they have created, what they launched last month, and they're continuing to build, into whatever comes next. And yeah, I don't know if that answered it or if that went a roundabout, but bottom line, I think us introducing with Heroes a real world product that is marketed outside of the crypto space is going to bring non-crypto investors into the space because they're going to want to research and know more about it.
No, Ace, that was perfect. And I just want to remind everyone, take you back a little bit. High school, when I don't know if it was only me, but in your English class, someone asked you to write your 5 to 10 year plan. And off of that, I think this is what the space is missing, and what people don't realize is Saitama and their blow up ruined everything. Ruined everything. It set an expectation that was not based in logic or reality. And that's not how things are run. And things take time. And look for the devs and speak to them. If you got something on your mind, I don't care where you're at in your life, even if you got something to tell them that you feel comfortable enough telling them and they respond, those are the people you want to stay behind. Know your devs. Um, I know so many projects, and I know most of these guys personally. And you know what? At the end of the day, and I have a lot of business knowledge. I have a lot of marketing knowledge. I, uh, I'm old, like I said. I'm not that old, but I'm old. I'm a jack of all trades, and I've been through the loop in this life 100 times, and I always come back to dealing with people, shaking the hand, looking the person in the eye, placing my concerns or complaints and my admiration all the time. And what you deal with, the reaction from the dev, is how you should feel. Um, deal in people, deal in people with a passion for the project. Um, Again, no one is going to give you a 10-year plan in this space. Um, that's just me. I just think that way. And I've been in and out of projects and talking to people and da 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 da. And I spit whatever knowledge I can give. I haven't seen that, but it's not bad. It's fair. This is new. It's in its infancy, and but the thing is, it's not going away. I do think things should be regulated. Are they going to be regulated terribly? Yes, because honestly, governments aren't that aware of the intricacies that honestly any of us could be appointed to that position and let them know. But there are projects specifically doing that to have that voice when it comes time. I'm really proud of that actually. That it's only one project, but I'm proud that there is a project out there that will go to Congress and call people and do all that, and they're doing that. Fucking happy for that. But I believe in the space. I believe in crypto. Stick around, talk to the communities, make some friends, make friends with your devs, hold them accountable always. And you know what? Give them props. They're normal people too. And I mean, on a simple note, like I'm not a dev or anything. I don't think I could run a project. I don't have the money to run a project for one, but it's difficult. It is very difficult, and it is stressful on them, their families, and friends. It's all of that. The amount of shit that goes into running a project while you guys are just like, yay, Greek candle, money. That's cool, but they're real people. They're really trying to do something. If you want to follow me, I do follow real projects and real people I believe in, and I know on a personal level. And if you need questions answered about anything in this space or about a project, I am there for you. I support all my projects as best I can. TRT, Faisal, you, Addicto, Zach. I've said it a million times. I love all of you. I've known Addicto for a long time. I've known Zach's forever. And I just met you, Faisal, and I've talked with you, and I love you. Ace, I love you. I love Heroes, and I love all the projects I'm in. So if you want to follow legit people, even if it seems slow, I'm telling you, it takes time to build. And I mean, you have no idea on the upper level, business wise or otherwise, how long it takes. Believe me, it building something takes a long time. And especially with something we're all in that is literally going to change the world. You wanted to be in Google, you wanted to be in Apple or something back way back when, crypto is the space. Find the projects, and I'm talking about blue chips too, because Polygon, but that's not a plug. This is going to be huge for everyone. And if you guys got 10, 15 years, you and your families will be good. I promise you. I promise you. Just put in $10 from now until 10 years. Just put in $10 into whatever you love and you will be good. Just do it. $10, you can afford $10 a paycheck. All right? That's all I got to say. I love Heroes, I love Ace, I love Faisal, and I love TRT. Quasi, I see you down there. I love you too, dog.
Dude, we love you, man. You're awesome. You always bring great questions. Yeah, and I will add to that with that's so true. You know, it's going to get mass adopted. It's just a matter of when. And we talked about it in another space on Sunday night and how the internet was feared, like crypto is feared when it was at this age, and how it is so mass adopted now. So, you know, it's coming. It's just a matter of when and how. And, you know, if anybody's curious about great projects, you will find, you know, we record all of our live and in persons. They're all on our YouTube. You can go back and listen to all of them. There's, you know, one that we did before where we had TRT and they came in and they shared what they were doing prior to their launch. And it was an awesome space then. This was an even better one. And Faisal, I so appreciate you joining us for this and sharing more about TRT. Do you have any closing statements before we call it a day?
First, I want to say that thank you for you and JKN for what you have been saying. I appreciate you having me here. For people who wants to know more about TRT, join our Telegram, check our website, see what we achieved till so far. Like we already dropped 2 utilities in less than a month, actually. Uh, we are trying to build something new, something will help bring new investors. We are available on Telegram. You can come in, ask us any question, and we will be happy to answer all these kind of questions. We don't have anything fishy. We are not hiding anything. Everything is clear to everyone. So check us out, and we hope you join our revolution.
100%. I already have, man. I got in very close to your launch. I don't think I made maybe I did. Maybe I got in at launch. I don't remember, but I do have a nice sized bag of TRT in my wallet. You know, so by all means, everyone jump in the TRT Telegram. If you're not in Heroes Telegram, jump into ours. We currently have a buying contest going on for Heroes right now. So check it out. It's pinned at the top. I don't know why it's not posting the picture. It just says Agro Crypto, which if you click on it, it takes you to the link. But, you know, if you have questions about either of the projects, reach out to them. Go to their Telegrams, go to their Discords, you know, ask in there if the devs aren't currently available because, you know, Jaquin said it. We also have real lives that we have to maintain on top of this space and our projects. So we're not always available, but we have very well educated people that help us with our Telegrams and Discords, and they can often answer those questions.
Yeah, same here. Like as I said, the people who are holding our lines strong. Mr. Big Country, he is here. Shout out to him. Wayne, Onyx Shadow, like these people, like they are full of knowledge regarding crypto, and any question, like I even like sometimes when I don't know something, I will come to Big Country and ask him, and he will always give me the right answer. So we have people, we are lucky to have these people by our side helping us with this project. So shout out to them all.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And if no one else has any questions, I think we're going to call it a day. And this was an awesome space, and it's recorded, so you can always come back, listen to it, share it with people that you may want to introduce to crypto. Get them listening to this, because there was a lot of information that Jakian brought up, that Faisal explained, that I kind of went over, that may enlighten them to what we're about and shed light that not all crypto is a gamble, not all crypto is a scam. There are solid projects out there that are working hard to bring a better tomorrow, and TRT is one of them. And I like to think Heroes is too. So thank you all. Have a wonderful day.